Indeed. Welcome back. My name is Logan. I am your host for Rogues of the Coast.
And I am Chris, your roast with the most.
You are a roast. Yeah. So we're here
Low and slow, just like I like it, baby.
Low and slow at 350, just like my oven. So this is a priest.
Oh my God, look!
This is a priest that was involved with the last time the Dark Lord popped about, and we're here was like, hey, we need the hero, dude. And he's like, oh, he's tiddling his dick in the mountains. He was that strapping ginger fellow you guys saw.
Oh dear.
Now simply Uranus.
He's gonna be diddling something tonight.
To brave the mount, to risk one's life. Oh, he's
Life and limb for Alethea is a noble aim.
Yes. But yeah, that's all we're doing right now. We're trying to find the immortal hero. Hashi is immortal.
Oh, I see. And apparently the old man fears for the immortal.
Yeah, now he's not immortal. He's very much unmortal. No, he's
Oh,
very much
dude,
mortal.
hell yeah. We got butt stuff joining us.
Yeah.
Rename him?
Uranus has joined the party. Yes! Oh my!
My anus, his anus, your anus. Shit. If we could have named everyone and I had known that beforehand, I would have named our guy My Anus.
You good?
Yeah, I promise.
I obtain a hero shield to protect my anus.
God, that would have been a great name.
Nope, but we chose Ebola.
We did choose Ebola, and I still stand by that name. I do. I think it's important to stand by your initial decision in any video game.
That's fair.
Play through, really experience the foolhardiness that you had when you didn't know anything.
Ooh, physical defense goes down by 10. Special defense goes up by a good bit.
By 8. Defense goes up by 2. Special up by 8. Evasion goes up. Well, that's weird. Speed goes down, but evasion goes up.
Ah. So this is the deal with Magics.
All right, so how's the Royal Shield compared to it?
Not enough. So
the Hero Shield or Defender is the question. We're going to be getting in closer with him, aren't we?
yeah, stick with what we got.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
But
What's that?
sex.
What about it?
Nah, I just think it's funny that we're just made butt jokes about our guy. He's bringing up the rear.
Oh, of course he is. He's got to protect his anus.
Yep. He's actually really
coming
useful.
after your anus.
Swigga swooty. He's actually really useful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's our party healer.
Oh. How do you know that, Logan? Have you been playing this
I have
game?
played this before. Shut up. They don't know that.
Well, they do now.
Fuck! Let's get right there, and then we're just going to 1,000 cuts. Nice. Yeah, now the game gets a little easy.
Dude, hit him with that purple hay.
Oof. But, you know, I actually do miss, just to revisit our conversation about D&D, I do miss playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah?
Yep.
Now, let me clarify. Do you miss playing specifically Dungeons & Dragons, or do you miss tabletopping?
Tabletop.
Okay.
Because D&D, I played 5th edition a couple of times, and I played the demo / beta that they sent out to people.
Okay.
I liked the beta. I did not like 5th edition in its final form because I'm gonna be honest, I like the min-maxy number bullshit.
Well, I feel like to a certain extent you can still utilize that in 5th edition. They just didn't. They just did it on a smaller scale, basically.
Oh, I know. It's just
Or
not
you
my thing.
really like stupid high numbers.
I like being able to create a level 1 character that can hit for almost 200 damage.
That's just excessive.
Well, the circumstances have to be very specific.
Is it the peasant railgun?
It is not the peasant railgun.
Okay.
It is the Chevalier in Pathfinder.
Okay.
So on a horse with a lance, so on and so forth. The minimum I could hit for was like 75.
Why? All right.
On a horse.
No, like I'm not even, like I'm asking legitimately, like why were you able to? What were the whole, that you can remember off the top of your head, what were some of the things that made it happen?
Feats and weapon choices.
Well, no shit.
I understand. Like, it's feats and weapon choices,
So you're
'Cause
on
you-
a horse with a lance.
which you get multiply bonuses.
Okay.
And there's just a few other things. I can't remember specifics, but it was about like a minimum of 75 damage at a full charge.
Assuming you hit.
Assuming I hit, assuming I can even use my damn horse.
Okay, yeah, so it means nothing if you're in a cave.
Correct.
Got it.
So there's a lot of that. It's just, oh, that's
Very
cool.
situational power,
Yes,
but stupid and fun nonetheless.
exactly.
I mean, I remember one of the things I liked in 3.5 was the poverty monk. I
Yep.
don't care what anyone says, it was fun. There was a very satisfying feeling to know that I could just go ape shit as a poor man. That's
Plain and simple.
I really, and what's really wild to me is looking at the poverty monk. I was like, this is literally like one of the best jack of all trades builds I've ever made.
I had a continuing character in every session called Bram Dorian.
Yep.
Combination of Abraham Stoker or Bram Stoker, author of Dracula,
Yep.
and Dorian Gray.
Okay.
So I'd do like Bram Dorian the Third, Bram Dorian the Eighth, shit like that.
Ah,
It's a family affair.
Rogue Legacy. Got it.
Yep. Most of the time he was a rogue, yes.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yep. There was a time, God, when was this? This was when Assassin's Creed was still novel and okay.
Oh dear.
I know.
It's been a long time.
I'm old.
That makes two of us.
Yep. So there are a lot of things, and I believe this was 3.5. This wasn't Pathfinder.
Okay.
But there were a lot of hidden blades that you could have.
Mm-hmm.
So hidden blade on each arm, hidden blade at each elbow, knee, and toe. There were
You
all...
made a character that could sing the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. I get it.
Yeah, I was a fucking Beyblade.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. It was stupid. Then I got creative with a bunch of other characters. But my favorite thing to play, no joke, is just a... They call it a gray paladin, but I've always had the feeling of just because I'm lawful good doesn't mean I have to be nice about it.
Well, it's a very common thing. Lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice.
Right. Well, a
Isn't
lot
it
of people...
great?
A lot of people have the misunderstanding you have to be a Boy Scout.
No, they just, it's a trope.
Absolutely.
Just like,
God's a
ironically,
voice.
to this point now, lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice has become a trope because of that.
Yep.
So you had your anti-paladins, you had your standard paladins, and I'm guessing gray paladin falls the rule of lawful neutral or true neutral even? Some weird
Lawful
combination.
neutral, mostly.
Lawful neutral? Okay. Because an anti-paladin is lawful? No, it'd be chaotic evil, wouldn't it?
I guess it would just depend.
An anti? Because it's the opposite of what a typical paladin is, which is lawful good.
Well, okay, so in 3.5 D&D, like the 3.0 whatever,
3.5, yeah. That's, well, you're right.
you didn't have like an anti-paladin. You had a paladin of a god. So if that god was lawful evil, that paladin was lawful evil.
Right.
I could be very much mistaken.
So what, did you just rock an IO paladin?
IO paladin?
Yeah, and Dungeons and Dragons, IO is a true neutral god and is the god above all.
No, St. Cuthbert.
St. Cuthbert?
St. Cuthbert is the god of vengeance and justice.
Okay.
So he was, I believe, a chaotic good, or he might have been a lawful good. But
Anyway.
no, St. Cuthbert, because if you fucked him over, then there needed to be repercussions.
Sure.
100%. And I love St. Cuthbert. St. Cuthbert is great. St. Cuthbert lets you justify a whole lot of shitty behavior
Fair enough.
that it's hard to do if you are a Paladin.
So here's my question to you. Not, it would be a different campaign than, you know, obviously the Crown that I talked about before. But if you were to play again, would you want to DM or would you want to play?
I'd rather play.
Do you think that's something we can get some people together and do?
Possibly, but I have a hard time being able to dedicate time for that.
Yeah?
Just emotionally, I have a hard time dealing with that.
What do you mean?
Even as a player, the homework that I put into this game is a lot.
Okay.
I put a lot of thought into it. So realistically, the only way I could play is if I just shut down and NPC grind through it. And that's not fun for anyone.
Well, now you got me confused. What do you mean that's the only way you could do it is if you NPC and grind through it?
I'll lose interest because I put so much thought and effort into it. It's a hyperfixation issue.
I guess I'm a little lost here.
I'll be hyperfixated on something and then I won't be.
You mean on the character itself and then won't care about it?
Yeah, or the game.
Well,
And that has nothing to do with the GM. That's just me.
oh.
Yeah. But
Well, that's a shame.
eh,
So that's just not something you can ever do again? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Like, respectfully?
probably not.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's okay. But I've played this game since I was 12 years old. So over 20 years now.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't start doing it until I was already an adult.
Yeah.
And it's something I think I really should have done when I was younger. There's few things that I feel like I should have picked up when I was younger, and that's one of them. Because there's an appreciation for it that I think I would have a greater one than I do now. And I really have a great appreciation for it now.
Well, like one of the players you got, I think one of the players you got, Mike. I started playing D&D with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and hell, I was even telling him he's one of the guys. Yeah. And I was telling him, he was like, what should I play? What do we have? And I told him, I said, well, we've got right now a bard who I think focuses a little more on the combat side of the bardic colleges. We've got a standard fighter. And we have a cleric who's been specializing in rogue classes and is going to be a shadow cleric, which is something that exists for this campaign. It's a subclass for this one. And so he started out as some rogue, but is going to focus on cleric now. And I said, truth be told, if I really had to look at it, I'd say the one thing we're probably really missing is something arcane, a mage of some type.
Yeah.
I said, but the reality is, I wouldn't care if we had 4 fighters, 4 monks, 4 rogues. I wouldn't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, I like just seeing what'll happen with it. That's my thing and what I'd like to see.
All right, so tracking back on running a campaign for 2 characters.
Yep.
I think it only works if they are not good characters. So Bard and Rogue are off the top the best ideas, right?
Okay.
Or maybe a wizard.
Okay.
But what you would really be playing is El Dorado.
Oh, shit. That does sound hilarious and fun.
Yes.
But, okay, flip side to that, this campaign setting is not one that I think could be enjoyable for 2 people in that sense.
That's fair.
But, oh god, that sounds like so much fun and just ridiculous bullshit. You need a guy who can talk his way through anything, and you need a guy who's quick with his hands. That's really all I'm getting out of this.
Yep.
Cool. And they can be so-so at everything else.
Pretty much. Hero Shield.
I actually don't even, like, even beyond that, you're saying El Dorado, and my first thought is, I don't want them to be able to use magic. Or if they can, it's very minor things like, you know, like a bard using prestidigitation. Just something very minute, can't fucking do anything.
Low magic.
Yeah, very much low magic. But, like, with cantrips, of course, in 5e, they're unlimited. So, you know, he can make any number of small little gewgaws and trinkets and little fun, pretty shows, but, like, that's fucking it.
To be truly useful is not viable.
But that's the beauty of it. One of the great things about cantrips is the fact that, you know, there's so much utility that comes from cantrips. Especially the ones that are not damaging. And those are the most important ones in my book, just because of the role-playing aspect of it.
So there was and this is where I come into min-maxing bullshit.
Sure.
There has been situations where people have taken cantrips and that is their main source of damage.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the warlock's bread and butter.
Yes. But we're talking like ghost sound.
What does ghost sound do?
Ghost sound is where you just kind of create a whisper sort of situation.
Okay.
So you can whisper in someone's ear for like 30 feet.
All right.
Shit like that.
Okay.
But there's ways to amplify it to the point where it does sound damage.
All right.
And it can get ridiculous.
Would you like to hear? I think I told you a little bit about one of my latest characters I made. His name's Barrett with 2 T's.
Yeah.
Yep. For those of you who don't know, I made a character. He is a warlock. His name is Barrett with 2 T's, and that's spelled B-A-R-R-E-T. And that's very important that you know that, because when he introduces himself, he of course says, "My name is Barrett with 2 T's." And sometimes people respond. A perfect example, our buddy Mike responded with 2 T's, really. And I said, like my father before me. He said his name was Barrett. And I said, no, his name's Reginald.
So the last name is with 2 T's.
No, his last name, Whiff. W-I-F-T-O-O-T-E-S.
With 2 T's.
With 2 T's.
Yep.
And I took that name and, oh God, you know what? I think I could actually, man, I could tell you a wonderful, I'm just going to read. Give me a second to find it.
Hold on. Let's start this on the next episode.
I would be more than happy to read this backstory in the next episode.
Because we have a full party. Not in D&D.
Yeah, no.
We have a full party, and we're going to hear it. Guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do the thing. Really appreciate it.
Looking forward to telling y'all more.
Send it to people you fucking hate. Bye.